sure you want to know how it all happened. A lot of folks do. Some say it was sort of, fantastical. But others say it was an outright miracle. I don't rightly know for sure, except that's just the way things are down in Honeyville. You see, Mr. and Miss Farmer always wanted children, but they got too old and so did the farm. It seems their dream of hearing children's laughter and watching them play on the farm had slipped away with time. Now, everything on the farm was getting just a little bit tired, a little bit run down. Sadly, all the crops were, let's just say the crops were pitiful. They were just pitiful. Then one day, Mr. Farmer and Jack. Now, Jack was the farmer's hired hand. He was such a good boy and a great help to the farmers. Anyhow, Farmer and Jack went out to the blueberry patch to pick some blueberries so that Mrs. Farmer could make some pancakes for breakfast. You can imagine how surprised Mr. Farmer was when he saw the most gigantic, biggest blueberry ever just growing on that blueberry bush. Well, that berry was big as a basketball, I tell you. Mr. Farmer and Jack just stood there, staring at that big old blueberry. And quite unexpectedly, that big blueberry started to wiggle and twitch all by itself. Toasty the dog was just going crazy, jumping up and down and barking and making all kinds of noise. But that berry just kept a-wiggling. Then all of a sudden, an arm popped out of that big old berry. Then another arm popped out, and a moment later, 2 legs popped out, and then a head popped out of that big berry. That's when Farmer's eyes just about popped out. He and Jack couldn't believe what they were seeing. Nope, they couldn't even believe it at all. But there it was. It was a boy hanging on that blueberry bush. Yep, it was a blue-legged, blue-haired, little blue boy with a blue nose with a big old round belly. Farmer picked that blueberry boy off the bush and took him home to Mrs. Farmer. She was so happy. After all these many years, she finally had a real boy of her own. Mrs. Farmer didn't even care that her little boy was so different from all the other little boys. She would just say, a child is a child, and every child needs love. Oh, and she did all right. She loved that little blue boy. Mrs. Farmer decided to name her new boy Blueberry. Seems fitting, doesn't it, Blueberry? Yep, mighty fitting indeed. Well, the next day, when Farmer and Jack went out to do their morning chores, they were very surprised to see the old barn looking brand new. Even the old truck and the tractor had a sparkling coat of brand new paint on them. Farmer and Jack just stood there, scratching their head when Oats is the farmer's old workhorse. Anyway, Oats said with a deep southern drawl, "It sure looks nice, Farmer." Farmer just kept looking around and scratching his head and replied, "Well, it sure does." Then Farmer about jumped out of his coveralls when he realized that Oats had actually talked. You talk?" stuttered Mr. Farmer. "Of course we talk," cackled Scrambles, the scatterbrained chicken. "We've always talked. It's just that nobody ever listened." Mr. Farmer and Jack could not believe their ears as all the rest of the farm animals chimed in and added their 2 cents into the conversation. That's when Jack noticed that the apples on the trees were bigger than bowling balls. Well, those apples were huge. In fact, all the farmer's fruits and vegetables were gigantic. But I think that the biggest surprise of all was when they found out that Cocoa Bean, the cow, made chocolate milk. Yes, sir, you heard me right. Cocoa Bean is the only cow in the whole world that makes real chocolate milk. Smooth and creamy. Can you imagine that? Well, I'll tell you, when the word got out about Blueberry, Farmer's new little blue boy, and about Cocoa Bean making chocolate milk, and when the word got out about all the fun things to do on the farm, children came from miles around just to play and have fun. Miss Farmer was so busy making all those children all the pies and cookies that they could eat. And Cocoa Bean just kept making rich and creamy chocolate milk. You never seen so many happy children in your whole life. Mr. and Mrs. Farmer finally had their dreams come true, hearing children laughing and watching them play on the farm. There was only one problem. That is, Blueberry was just picked yesterday. Why, he don't know anything at all about being a kid. Fortunately, all the children and the farm animals and the rest of 70 other fun-filled supportive characters are anxious to be Blueberry's buddy. They all want to help him learn how to be smart, how to be safe, and how to truly be happy in life, and how to have good, clean fun. Yep, you can't have too many buddies to help you do good in life. So the real reason that all the fruits and vegetables on the farm got to be so big, the real reason the animals could talk, the real reason that the barn and everything looked so nice and new, the real reason that Cocoa Bean started to make chocolate milk, the real reason the kids came from all over the place to play on the farm, and the real reason the Blueberry ever came to be is, well, you see, love changes everything. Help us to tell the many tales of the adventures of Blueberry. We want to make 72 30-minute animated episodes for television. Good, clean fun, education, and entertainment that parents will know that they can trust. In the adventures of Blueberry, each of the 70 supporting characters brings something of value and purpose to Blueberry's life. The Adventures of Blueberry will start out with 72 animated episodes made for television, with 288 more animated episodes planned for later. Each episode has a delightful mix of entertainment, education, and moral fiber to captivate the attention and imagination of children of many ages. Here's where you can be a Blueberry buddy and help fund this unique and amazing project. With the support of angels like you, we will first make the television series The Adventures of Blueberry. Then we'll make the full-length motion picture, Blueberry the Movie. The television series will be fully animated with 3D characters. It will be world-class in quality. The full-length motion picture will be a mixture of 3D animation and live actors. It will also be world-class in quality and production. Both the television series and the motion picture will be rated G as G can be for the highest level, good, healthy, morality-based education and fun. Parents can trust Blueberry to be a wholesome and valuable influence on the lives of their children. After we make the Adventures of Blueberry animated television series, and after we make the full-length motion picture, Blueberry the Movie, we will build a world-class theme park called the Blueberry Patch. The Blueberry Patch will be of the highest caliber and can effectively compete with any other theme park in the world. The Blueberry Patch families will go and live out the adventures of Blueberry and meet all the many Blueberry supportive characters. The Blueberry Patch theme park is designed to compete head-to-head with woke theme parks in quality and entertainment. We'll do it with clean moral values, but there's another huge difference between other theme parks and the Blueberry Patch. That is, a large portion of the net profits of the Blueberry Patch theme park will automatically and indefinitely go to children's hospitals around the world to help provide better health, safety, and education for children all over the world. Other theme parks make big corporations rich, but the Blueberry Patch will make little kids better. It's a huge dream. Some will say that it's blueberry pie in the sky, but it's going to happen anyway. First, we'll make 72 episodes of the animated television series, The Adventures of Blueberry. Then we'll make the full-length motion picture, Blueberry the Movie. And then we'll build the Blueberry Patch theme park. Kids will be blessed all over the world. Then we'll build more and more, and we'll keep helping more and more children have better health, safety, and education. Why? Because love changes everything. Please be part of Blueberry. It will be an amazing adventure. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Here's a sample of some of those supportive characters that help Blueberry in all of his adventures. Just a sample, though, 'cause the good stuff is yet to come. Yes, sir. Love does change everything, all right? Thank y'all for your help now. Love you tons.